All right, let's talk standouts who weren't rookies. I had 3, all on defense. I don't know who really was that exciting on offense. But on defense, it's funny. We're all waiting for Kalia Davis. Excuse me. I just gave it away. We're all waiting for CJ West, Alfred Collins. And I'll talk about them in a minute. But the most impressive defensive tackle was neither of them. It was an undrafted rookie who I'll get to in a minute, and Kalia Davis. Kalia Davis has been on the team, 4 years now? He's been hurt the whole time. He had a good offseason last year, got hurt, missed, and it derailed him. Could happen again. This guy's been hurt, and I don't want to, knock on wood. But don't get your hopes up too much. What he has to do is stay healthy, but for the last 2 off seasons, when healthy, he's looked kind of dominant. He was the best defensive tackle in the game today. He's a hell of a bull rusher. And really all the things that I got excited about CJ West in training camp, Kalia Davis displayed today in an actual game. So shout out to Kalia Davis. He should probably start week 1 at one of the defensive tackle spots because he's earned it. He's disruptive. He can get in the backfield as a pass rusher and as a run defender. I like him. He's a guy they drafted who they didn't give up on and has improved over time. So Kalia Davis 1. Tatum Bethune left the game for a minute, came back. He was injured, came back. But, linebacker is a tricky position. Some guys test really well, are really fast and explosive. They just don't make the plays. Some guys aren't particularly fast or explosive, but they make the plays. Like Chris Borland back in the day. He was not much of an athlete, but he made a lot of plays despite his lack of athleticism. Tatum Bethune's a little similar. He's not the biggest athlete. He's not the best athlete, but he makes all the tackles. At least when he's on the field in the preseason game. There's something to be said for that. If D. Winters is struggling in run defense, yeah, he's a good athlete, but who cares if he's overrunning the play? If he struggles this year, why not give Tatum Bethune a chance? Because he was good in the preseason last year too. He was really good in the preseason last year. And did he get hurt? I don't remember. But that was the star of the second level of the Niners defense. And then in the secondary, Chase freaking Lucas. He was incredible. He had 8 tackles and a pass breakup. And he was at 2 pressures. He was Kyle Shanahan's secret weapon on third down, rushing the quarterback. Let me tell you about Chase Lucas. I don't take him seriously enough. I didn't before tonight. Here's the thing. He talks a lot. Talks a lot of crap. He's a very loud person. And he's last season, he's always talking in the locker room, really loud. And it's dude, you're on the practice squad. Can you chill, please? But it's who he is. And then the joint practice, he got in 3 skirmishes during special teams drills and was the only player on the Niners who was really trying to start a fight, it seemed like to me. But he didn't. There was no fight started. He didn't participate in fights. And today he balled the hell out. So maybe he's just a feisty, energetic defender. Maybe he's exactly the kind of guy you want playing cornerback. I don't know. But former undrafted free agent, I believe, who's been on the practice squad for a minute. He should probably make this team. They should keep him over Trey Brown, who the veteran they signed this offseason. I'm tired, but not tired. The veteran they signed this offseason from Seattle. He was an outside guy. They moved him in a nickel. He's atrocious. So keep Chase Lucas instead. I thought Dallas Flowers was disappointing. They brought him in. They're talking about him like he's some diamond in the rough. He had a penalty for automatic first down. He missed a tackle. He had 1 tackle behind the line. He's okay. Kick returner? Darrell Luter Jr. had one of the biggest brain farts I've ever seen. He just started covering nobody mid-play. He was like, I got this patch of grass right here. I got this fucking patch of grass right here is mine. And no one. Yeah, man. Then the guy was wide open in the end zone. I think that was his fault, but I don't know for sure. I want to like Darrell Luter Jr., and I still have a feeling that somehow he's going to get cut by the Niners, go somewhere else and be solid, but he hasn't been that great. Why am I tired? He had a nice pass breakup in the end zone, though. And I was going to put him in like the stock up section, but then he gave up that touchdown and I had to say stock down, unfortunately. Shady Luke says, I think depth could be the Niners' downfall. How do you feel about the overall depth right now? I think it's awful. And that's why I feel like picking them to win or lose is a week-to-week proposition. If they can't afford to not have any of their core. They need Trent. They need both offensive tackles, both corners, all three corners. You can't not have Upton Stout unless Chase Lucas is the real deal. You can't not have Renardo Green. You can't not have Diamonor Lenore. You can't not have Colton. You can't not have Trent. You really need McCaffrey. You really need Bosa for Warner. Like, if you don't have one of those guys, I don't know if they're going to win that week. So, yeah, the depth is a problem. And the depth is a problem because they gave these contracts to Kittle and Warner and Purdy. They decided that giving those three guys raises was the smart move. And it might have been. But the consequence is you lost Talanoa Hufanga. You lost Dre Greenlaw. You lost Jordan Mason. You replaced none of them. You're hoping a bunch of journeymen and rookies can bail you out. You're hoping 8 older veterans can carry the debt. Maybe. But then it's like, look at how the Niners are constructed. Compared to the Broncos are just a flat-out better roster than them. Now, the Niners' core might be better. When healthy, the Niners might be better than that team, but Denver has depth. The Niners don't. There's a lot of teams that have depth, too. Like, Minnesota has depth. You know why? Because they're not paying a quarterback. You know why Denver has depth? Because they're not paying a quarterback. You know why the Niners used to have depth? Because they weren't paying a quarterback. No one did that better than the Niners. The not paying a quarterback thing and winning. Now they paid a quarterback. And yeah, I understand. Brock's a good guy. Everyone likes Brock. Brock worked hard. Brock earned it. Love it. But if he doesn't play like he did in 2023 for the rest of this contract, he's overpaid. If he doesn't play like he did in 2023, they're not going to go back to the Super Bowl with him on this contract. And I don't know if he can play like that anymore because was he a better quarterback in 2023 or was the team better in 2023? I don't know. All day, every day, Kim says, this is the best time to be an NFL quarterback. You can win 6 games with no game-winning drives the previous season and still make $250 million for being average. Or you can be Shadur Sanders and drop to the 5th round because